Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this ASUS Chromebook. This model C523N. Alright, full model is C523NA-IH44F. Alright, so we're going to be using a PH1 or JS1 screwdriver to remove all the screws from the bottom. You want to keep them in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that is I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern I remove them. So we got 4 here, 3 here, and then 4 more down here. Alright, sometimes there's hidden screws, but usually on the ASUS models they don't, but you never know. We'll find out once we start popping off the cover. Alright, if this video helps you out, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, if you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see, even if you're just commenting like hi or something. Alright, other than that, let's go ahead and continue removing all these screws. So all the screws on the back here are the same length, the middle one and then the ones towards the opening are shorter. That's why it's always a good idea to keep the screws in order. If you threw them all in a little container, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference that easily, so it's always a good idea. I like to put the same screw back where I found it, just in case there are very slight differences that you can't really tell just by quickly looking at it. Alright, so I'm going to get my fingernails between the palm rest and the bottom cover, and then I'm going to push with my thumbs on the top. Alright, and you can see how easily it's popping the bottom cover off. Then we're going to close that. Now we're going to go ahead and get under here. I use my fingernails again, pull up with these, and then push down with my thumb. And then while I'm doing that, I'll slide my fingernail along here. There's the USB port there, so just skip over that and then go ahead and continue. Alright, now that we got that, let's see if we can go along the back. And you can see it's popping out relatively easily. So if it's getting stuck, we're going to go along the side again on this other side. Same thing, just work our way up. Okay, these last corner ones seem to be kind of stuck. Interesting. Is there going to be a hidden screw there? Sometimes they hide screws, so I don't know. That's not peeling up easily. So I'm going to assume there isn't a hidden screw, and let's go ahead and see. Maybe it's just the clips are weird. Okay, so that's not coming up easily. So I'm going to lift this up, get my hand underneath, and then push up with my fingers, and then push down here to try and like bow it this way and see if that helps. It's not. Okay, let's try and pull this over to the side this way. Okay, and then, wow, these clips, is it a clip or is it really some hidden screw there? Is there a hidden screw under this one? There might be, because it's really not coming out, but it's very symmetrical, so I'm kind of doubting it. Come on. Okay, I think there might be a hidden screw there, because we got all of that up and it's not coming out. So let's go ahead and see if we can pull this rubber piece out. Using my fingernails, you can use whatever. I might have to use a flathead screwdriver because it's being difficult. Let's see if I can pull this up. Maybe I'll use this plastic tool to get underneath. And yeah, okay, so there is a hidden screw. That's what I thought. That's why it wasn't coming out. We'll get that screw out. Alright, and then we'll pull the rest out. Alright, that's sneaky. They only put one hidden screw there. That's very messed up. Alright, anyways, here you can see inside. The customer said they left it overnight or something. They came back from a trip and it's not turning on. So I'm going to have to take a look. Let's see. There's some little, what are these, fingernails? I don't know. Plastic bits or something kind of in there. Alright. I don't know what's going on here. I do see some weird like color stuff on the RAM there, kind of weird, but other than that I don't see anything strange. So we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery. Let me actually get a thumbnail here. Oh, this is weird. So the touchpad thing is actually separating from this. Usually there's like melted plastic over it. I guess that's what those little plastic bits were that came out. That's probably what's going on there. So I don't know if I put this back together, is it gonna hold itself or do I need something to hold this? Because otherwise the touchpad button's gonna be screwed up. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get a thumbnail here. Okay, the inside mechanism here is very simple, so there's not really much to it. All right, we got the battery. We're gonna slide that little metal clip over, and then we're gonna pull that up to disconnect. I'm gonna open up the laptop, and then I'm gonna press and hold the power button to drain any residual power. All right, that way if there's any power in there, it's not gonna short anything out or fry it. Okay, so we're gonna hold this about 15 seconds. I'll hold it about, well, maybe less than 10 more seconds, 5 more seconds. All right, and then we should be good to go. I'm gonna see about fixing up that broken metal piece, because that shouldn't be just rolling around in there. You see, this is the touchpad. Oops, sorry, let me zoom out again. So this is for the touchpad, the little click button. And if that's broken, then it's gonna be an issue. So what I'm gonna do to fix this, I'm gonna put some super glue there. Okay, and then I'm gonna sprinkle on some baking soda, all right? And that will kind of make a hardened plastic layer on top. The only thing is, I wish I had a way to kind of do this easier. Let's see, I'm gonna tilt it this way so I don't have to tilt my super glue bottle over so much, and hopefully that will make it work better. Okay, so we're just gonna put a little bit over each one of these. Okay, just put a little bit over each one of these plastic things. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Oops, I knocked my stuff over. All right, so we put a little bit over each one of those, okay? And then we're gonna sprinkle some baking soda on top, and that will solidify and make a hardened plastic. I'm gonna have to clean it up outside though, but we're gonna have a little shaker bottle that I have baking soda in. Just gonna sprinkle some over each one. To try and get it to stick. Make a solid thing over it. All right, so there we go. Got that all with the baking soda. So I'm gonna go dump this extra stuff outside or in the garbage. So let me do that real quick and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So I dumped the excess off, and then I just blew the excess away with an air blower, and you can see now it's sticking in place. If you want, you can even put a second layer or second coating, but you can see now it's holding itself in place. So we should be good. It might actually need a second coating. Let me do that real quick. You already saw how to do this, so I'm gonna skip over this and I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so I'm back. As you can see, it's a lot better now. Okay, so that should hold on really strong. All right, you can see if I pull on it, it's holding on really strong now. Okay, anyways, we disconnected the battery, and now let's go ahead and take a quick look. So you have the keyboard connector here, all right? That's already in solid. You got the LCD LVDS connector here. All right, there's another random plastic circle thing there. What else? You got the CPU soldered to the motherboard here with a little heat sink that goes all the way across. There's no fan there, so the heat spreader kind of just puts the heat into that giant block of metal. All right, you got the wireless card here soldered to the motherboard. Antennas are underneath here. You can pop them out. You would go from the tails and pull them up, but you do need to peel off that tape. All right, then we got this little connector here connecting to the IO board as well as this one. All right, you got the touchpad connector here, so we'll flip that up. Oops, sorry, you didn't see that. So there's two connectors there, touchpad connector there. All right, we already dealt with the battery. The other end of the IO board here as well as here, okay. All right. I don't know why it needs two separate cables, but there's USB-C here and then the USB port here. You got this connector going into, is that for the speakers? I can't tell. The speaker wire, wait. Okay, so you got one wireless antenna going over here, sticking here, and the other antenna stuck to here. All right, both speakers are actually plugged in over here. So this little cable is going into this, which I think is a Hall effect sensor. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. Someone's here, so I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So let's go ahead and finish up here. So I think I already mentioned the Hall effect sensor there, and everything else seems to be soldered. You do have the LCD LVDS connector here, but that looks fine, and that shouldn't affect it from powering on. So let's go ahead now. Actually, let's try it without the battery plugged in, just to see if there's any difference. All right, we already drained the power. There's no separate CMOS BIOS battery. It's built into the main battery. So let's go ahead and see if anything changed. We're gonna plug this in here. And yeah, nope, nothing's happening. Power button, nothing's happening. The only thing I can think, if the customer is lucky, if this model has some weird thing where the battery needs to work to power on, then maybe if they replace the battery, it might fix it. So I'm gonna check if it's possible to get a replacement battery and what it would cost. The battery, there's a model number here, where's that? C523N-A-IH44F. So that's the battery model number. I know it's a little bit blurry in the camera, but there you go. All right, so that's my only guess, is if they're lucky, because otherwise the logic board or the motherboard, whatever you want to call it, it's called a logic board because there's no removable components unless you count these IO boards. But yeah, my guess is that either the battery or the logic board is the issue. So if I can find a battery, I'll try that first and we'll see what happens, because if that works, then that'll be a simple, cheap fix. But if it's the logic board, then it's probably not going to be worth it. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and pop all of this back down. Okay, so we'll just push these clips around the edges, just like that. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's go ahead and get these screws back in, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If the battery works, I'll probably post it in the comments below, and then I'll probably pin it. But yeah, other than that, hopefully this video helped. Again, if it did, like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well, or if they just want to watch random reviews and stuff. Alright, and if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, if you can't help out that way, again, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, you're welcome to stay as I get all these screws back in, but that's pretty much it. The battery charge light's not doing anything, so pretty sure it's not going to do anything. I'll leave it plugged in overnight just to see if anything changes. Sometimes it does, but most likely nothing's going to happen. All right, so we'll get that back on and we should be good to go. Oh, one other thing. If you noticed, I didn't mention anything about removable SSD or RAM, and that's because the memory and the RAM is all soldered onto the logic board. So yeah, you can't upgrade anything on this. You can't really replace anything except for like those big components that separate. But yeah, I don't know. The thing is, finding those parts will be probably difficult. All right, anyways, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's drop this. Bye.